Good morning. It's day 2. It's 5:45 now. I got up about 5-10 minutes ago. Started packing up my stuff. Hopefully, gonna go get my food bag, replenish my water, drink as much as I can out of that bladder, put that away, and take the tent down. And then hopefully I'll hit the trail. I'll be hiking by, light, using my headlight for a while. I have probably 40 minutes or maybe an hour until the sun comes up. So I won't rush myself. I'll also tape my feet up. So looks like we're going to plan on doing the 16 miles today. And we'll see how we feel. We can always cut it short at any time along that road and call for a pickup and a shuttle. I'll go back to the POC tonight. I'll be able to dry out my gear, wash my clothes, which will be nice, and take a shower, more importantly. And I'll unload some equipment at that time as well. I'll try the camera out again. I don't know if I should even bother. I may damage it, or we'll see. I'll probably just put it in the car and let it hopefully dry out when I get home. It's the day 2. I'm walking. I left camp around 6:30. I took my time. The sky's lightened up enough where I could see. You don't need my headlamp, so I put it away. Started the day with a big climb. Not a big climb, I should say, not a climb. But a climb up and leveled off, and now we're going up again. So rather get it over with early. Packed up camp. Had an interesting night. It rained pretty much until about 1 o'clock, off and on. It was really heavy downpour at some time. Had a lot of condensation and water in the tent from the condensation dripping down off the walls. So I don't think there's a seam that's leaking. I think it's just condensation. The humidity was just, 100%. And with the flaps down, you're not going to get any flow of air, and it won't make a difference anyway because the humidity's at 100%. So the tent's a little wet today, packing it away. But we're moving. Had a tree or something come down really close, and it looked like something hit my tent overnight. I thought it was my bear bag falling or something trying to get to it. So when the rain stopped, I went out and I found a branch had fallen pretty much at the base of my tent. I was actually asleep. It woke me up. And then a little while later, during a really heavy downpour, I heard something really heavy crash. I don't think it was an animal. I think it was a branch or a tree falling pretty close by, but not so close to panic me. I knew that pretty much all the trees above me were good, so I wasn't too panicked. But it definitely did get my attention. Other than that, it was just a long night waiting for morning to come, and I didn't want to get up too early and go hiking at like 3 or 4 o'clock. So, although it probably would have been a smart move. So, we'll see. And this is what the trail looks like. I packed my camera away. As I said, it wasn't working yesterday. I couldn't get it to turn on. So, I don't know if it's damaged, just the high humidity, or what. I'll have to wait and see. I'm going to probably just put it away in the car and let it sit, and hopefully it'll dry out a little bit, and maybe I'll get it to breathe life again. If not, I don't know. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. I don't know if it could be repaired. Like I said, I took 2 hard falls yesterday where the camera definitely took a shot as well, and it was working but it was not working correctly. Okay, I'm going to put this away as I go down and then back up. Check in again later. And I'm walking along here. It's about 7:20. You can see I'm in the clouds or fog. So, got water dripping off everything. Sorry, Mr. Spider, but I need to get by. I've been doing a lot of breaking of the spider webs so I can get by. Here's one. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but so I don't get them all on me. I still get a lot on me, And the wide brim hat seems to especially like to hold spiders, and they jump down to get away, like in front of your face. But that's it. So we're trudging along. It says I've done a little over a mile, according to my watch. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I have reception up here, and we'll go on from there. But I should be coming to a trailhead soon, and then the road walk. So I'm assuming around there I'll have reception, and I'll be able to check in with home, check the weather, probably contact Nathan at the POC, and go from there. Well, I'm about 0.3 from the road. You can hear it. That's the trailhead. I made it to, there's actually a good campsite here. I would have loved to have made it here last night, but I don't think I could have, not with the rain coming in. If there was no rain, I probably could have. There is a log here, and even more importantly, a picnic table if you're staying. So I'm going to sign in the log, and then I'm going to be on my way. Well, I've made it to the road, part of the trail. I came out of the woods. I'm walking on County Road. I'm going to try and do about another 11 miles. I'm at mile marker 17.6 now, approximately, and I'm going to try and do about another 10 or 11. I'm going to check the weather now. Rain was supposed to be coming this afternoon, especially after 5, which I expect to be done by then. So I'm going to call Nathan shortly and let him know what my plans are and keep coordinating with him. If it rains real bad, obviously I'll get picked up earlier. If it's just a light drizzle, I'll probably just continue walking and deal with it. So at least I know tonight I'll be able to get into a dry environment. I'll be able to take a shower, wash and dry my clothes, and spread out my gear and dry it off as well. So I'll also lighten up a little bit. I might change out my snacks. I had brought some jerky, but honestly, it's just so salty. It's probably what I need, but I really don't like it. So I'm gonna probably change it out. So we'll go from there. Check in a little bit later. I may actually stop now at the Dollar General. I wasn't planning on it, but I may do it now and pick up a drink and some snacks. So we'll see. Check in later. Well, I've made it to the Dollar General, or as ER says, the Journal of Dollars. I'm debating right now with myself to go in and grab a drink. I think I'm going to win out and go get myself a soda, maybe a Coke or something, and then continue walking along the trail. Got about another 7 to 8 miles to go today before I'm going to get picked up. And being that it's early enough, hopefully I'll beat the rain. I've been hiking for about a little over 4 hours. It's almost 11 o'clock. So I'm hoping I can finish by 2, maybe 2:30, and beat the rain today. It looks like about 3, 4, and especially 4 to 5 o'clock, that's when the thunderstorms are rolling in. So I'll check back in. Okay, I'm coming to Old Rock House Road where the trail turns left, goes on to a smaller road, and then eventually we'll go back into the woods. I got a couple of miles to do, and then hopefully Nathan's going to come pick me up and take me to the POC, where I will very gladly take a shower. So other than that, things going well. Weather's been good. It's warm. Has not rained yet. I'm hoping it stays that way. I'd like to stay dry if I could. Had no problems with dogs this time, much less than last time, I think. I only had 1 or 2 that came out toward the road and followed me for a little bit, but none of them came real close or I felt were going to charge or bite me. So, I keep hearing it every time I read the comments, people talking about the dogs and how aggressive they are. I just didn't find it. The first time I came through, they were basically starving for attention. Once I pet one of them, it's like they were fighting each other to get attention. So they're just, dogs doing what they do. So don't worry about that. Take the
take the trail through the neighborhoods and don't worry about it. Most of the dogs, if they are being a little aggressive, just give them a command, stop, no, go home. And they kept their distance. So I'm still hopefully on task to finish by 2:30. I think I'll beat some of the rain. The sky's clear right now. There are a lot of clouds, but they're clear clouds, so I don't see rain. So that's good. Was able to call home and check in there with reception. So, first day I think is always the hardest in some ways. It's wondrous and new, but you're changing your routines and it's all new. So I guess it's a little easier. I think day 2 is probably a little harder when you realize this is what you've signed up for going some distance. So, but I think the first 2 days are hard. Especially the first day, because you're coming out of the world where your routine is set, coffee is available, drinks, food, and you're going to a rigorous environment. It's hot, you're uncomfortable at times, and while it's new and exciting a little bit, it's also daunting when you think of how far you have to go, and the realization of the physical exertion hits you, at least for me. And I go up and down a roller coaster of emotions, whether it's I look forward to it, and then part of me is like, what am I doing out here? Why am I doing this again? And I could be home with my family, all different, and then I go back to, but I like doing this. So that's the part that wins out, and I just keep walking. And it's hard though. It is hard. Sometimes talking to home helps, sometimes it doesn't. It's good to be able to connect nowadays more than ever, so I can keep up on what's going on at home. I don't feel like I'm so distant and disconnected, but it's also hard not being there. But obviously I have a very supportive family, so that helps a lot. Okay, check in again later. I made it to the trailhead. I did 16 and a half miles today. It's 1:35. I'm about 25 minutes early. I'm going to walk back to where the road is, and there's a place to turn around. I'm going to try and find a decent place to sit down there and wait for my ride. Nathan has informed me that it's Emily, my shuttle driver from February or January when I was here, that's coming to pick me up. So I'm looking forward to seeing her, saying hello, catching up, see how she's doing. And sadly for her, I'll be in the car. I smell bad. I can smell myself. That's pretty bad after only a day and a half, 2 days of hiking. But I'm happy to be done. I'm going to wait here for her. Hopefully she'll be along in about 25-30 minutes. And I'll get a ride to the POC where I can shower and change into some clean clothes, do some laundry, and basically decompress. I might have a blister on my left foot in the heel. I've been feeling it for the last mile or so, but I didn't want to stop. And it rained, obviously. You can tell I put my rain jacket on because it got pretty bad. Heavy rain for a while, and then of course it passed, and now the sun's come out. So I'm going to take this off and just wait for her. Catch up later. So it's Wednesday night, day 2 on the trail. I managed to walk 16.6 miles today. I got picked up a little after 2 o'clock at the Trammel Trailhead, which is about mile marker 29. So I've done almost 15 miles a day. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but obviously I couldn't help myself. Matt put the idea in my head about going a little further today, and they could pick me up there rather than stopping at the 23, 24 mile mark, which is just up the road from the POC. So I got picked up there by Emily, and she brought me back, and I'm staying here again with the same hiker, former AT hiker, who's hiking for a week out here, miles afoot, and had a pleasure conversation. We talked about all different things, including hiking. So that was good. I managed to go get some food, had some Italian food, took a shower, washed clothes, very, very important, and I'm feeling refreshed. So tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, Emily's going to pick us up. I'm going to get dropped back off at Trammel Trailhead, which is mile marker 29, My goal is to walk to at least Bull Gap, which is around mile marker 40. That starts a 14-mile dry spell. There is some water at Bull Gap that the POC puts out in jugs, so I can fill up there, but it'll be a dry camp wherever I go. So my goal, if I can, is to walk a little bit past that, maybe do 44 miles or 43, try and find a campsite. There's not too many places there. There are a couple of campsites, but they're right next to a road, which is where I stayed last time, not nosing it. And it was a weekend though, so there were ATVers and trucks driving up and down that road for the weekend. So I don't think that'll be a problem now. But when I was up here then, the ATVs were out because it was a weekend. So I'm hoping that being that it's a Thursday, there won't be that problem. But I try to avoid being right by a road or something. So this way I don't get disturbed or nobody messes with you. Haven't had a problem. Everything's been good. I got rained on today while walking, as you saw, and then Emily picked me up, and pretty much within 5 minutes it started pouring pretty heavy. So I got picked up definitely at the right time. And we'll see. Tomorrow it's showing a 50% chance of rain, but if I check a little bit more in depth, it's really like a 20-30% chance in certain areas, 50% overall. So it's definitely drying up here as I guess this front moves through. It's rained once or twice here. I'm here at the POC. I'm just going to show you their grounds here. They have a nice big thing, and I want to show but they do have a picnic tables. They have a fire ring, although I've never been here when it's really busy for people to be there. Last time I was here by myself. It was freezing cold. No one was sitting outside, although a fire would have been nice probably for a little while. But you have to keep feeding it. So once again, it's just the two of us here. There's a third hiker, I think, that they dropped off, but he's not staying here. So that's it. So that's all I got for the recap. Like I said, it was a good day. Knee and ankle are feeling good so far. I pushed a little bit more than I wanted to today, but it worked out good. It was a road walk. It wasn't that strenuous. I feel it was distance, but I was definitely tired. I'm feeling it. Definitely feeling the distance and the ups and downs. So, I don't know if I can keep the 15 miles up, but hopefully each day my body will get a little stronger, a little more acclimated to the activity, and I'll be able to go further. So that's it. End of day 2. I'm at mile marker 29. We'll start again in the morning, see what we can do. My goal right now, I could get picked up again if I want to tomorrow or the next day and even come back here, but my goal is to make it to Cheehaw State Park and then take a day off, or at least a partial day there. If I can get there early enough in the day, I'm hoping to be there on Sunday, and hopefully there'll be a hotel room there. So that's my plan right now. So that would be 4 days away. If I can do 15 miles each day, actually I need to do 14 to make it each day. So I'll try and do 14 or 15 tomorrow, and that puts me, a mile ahead for the next day. So if I can do that and make it to, I think it's mile 80 something, that's where the Cheehaw State Park is. So my goal is to, like I said, make it there on Sunday right now. That's a little long out. I'll work out the mechanics of that as I figure out where I'm staying. So, but have no exact plan. But tomorrow I'll be back in the woods, and then I go up over, I think, 2 mountains tomorrow, and I end up on one ridge line, high up at higher elevation. So there's some climbs tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So I might do the shorter mileage, maybe just 11 or 12, and stop at Bull Gap, not Bull Run. It's a Civil War battle. And depending on how it is, if I get rained on or not, if I want to, I can come back here to the POC and get picked up after doing 11 or 12, make it a shorter day, and then the following day hit that 14-mile gap and just knock that out in one day. So water won't be a problem. I'm going to start off with about 2.5 liters, and I should have enough to do it. Temperatures have been high here. Today it was about 78, maybe 80 degrees during the day in between the rain bouts. So it's been hot, and I'm expecting the same tomorrow. It's probably in the mid 60s at night here. It was pretty warm last night with the humidity. Obviously it was wet, but it wasn't cold at all. I didn't need a sleeping bag or a blanket really. Something very light will do. So there's a little bit of a breeze, but other than that, it's been good. So I'm trying to keep spirits are up, and we'll do the distance. I'm gonna go edit this video, and I don't know if I'll upload it tonight. I might have to wait till I get to Heflin. So take care. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you tuning in, and feel free to leave a comment. When I get reception, I will try and respond.